By the time you reach 91, you've seen a lot. You've watched friendships bloom and wither. You've shared meals with people who later broke your heart, and you've laughed until your sides ached with people who turned out to be the truest souls you ever knew. But here's the thing nobody tells you when you're younger. Not every person who smiles at you is on your side. Not every person who calls themselves your friend actually is one. And at 91, one woman who has outlived wars, heartbreaks, and more seasons than most of us can count, shared something that stopped me cold. She said, "I no longer have the time or the energy to keep people around who don't deserve to be there." And then she told me with absolute certainty that there are three things, just three specific things, that tell her immediately that someone is not truly her friend. Stay with me, because what she shared might just change the way you look at the people in your life today. We don't talk about this enough. After a certain age, after 60, 70, 80, the conversations around friendship tend to go quiet. Society assumes you've figured it all out by now. But the truth is, some of the most painful relationship wounds happen in the later chapters of life, precisely because we let our guard down. We assume that at this stage, the people around us have earned their place. Sometimes they have, but sometimes, and this is the hard truth, they haven't. And the longer we ignore the signs, the more of our precious energy, our limited time, our hard-won peace of mind, we pour into people who are quietly taking from us. This isn't about becoming bitter or suspicious of everyone around you. Far from it. This is about protecting the joy you've earned. This is about being honest with yourself about who truly belongs in your world. Because at this stage of life, your time is the most sacred thing you have. And you truly deserve to spend it with people who genuinely care. So let's talk about those three things. And as we go through each one, I want you to think about the people in your life right now. Not with judgment, just with honesty. The first sign, they only show up when they need something. You know this person, you might know them very well. When things are going smoothly in their life, you barely hear from them. Days go by, weeks sometimes. But the moment they need a favor, a ride somewhere, someone to watch the grandchildren, a listening ear for their latest crisis, your phone rings. And just like that, they're warm, they're charming, they're your dearest old friend. There's nothing wrong with helping someone you love. Real friendships absolutely involve give and take, and sometimes one person needs more for a season. But here's the difference. A true friend knows when they've been leaning too hard. They come back around. They check in on you. They ask how you're doing without an agenda attached. The person who is not your friend only flows in one direction toward themselves. And what makes it painful at this stage of life is that you've been giving for decades. You were a parent, a caregiver, a neighbor, a community pillar. Giving feels natural to you. It feels like love. But there is a difference between giving love and being used for it. And at 91, this woman knew it in her bones. She said, "When someone only calls me when they need something, they're not calling me. They're calling a resource." Let that sink in for a moment. You are not a resource. You are a person. A full, rich, worthy person. And the friends in your life should be calling you, not what you can do for them. The second sign, they dismiss or minimize your feelings. This one is a little more subtle, and it's especially common among people who have known each other for a very long time. You share something real. Maybe it's a worry about your health. Maybe it's loneliness or grief or a fear you've been carrying quietly for a while. You open up, which, let's be honest, doesn't come easily. And instead of being met with presence and warmth, you're met with a quick pivot. "Oh, you'll be fine. Look on the bright side. Have you tried not thinking about it?" And suddenly, somehow, the conversation has moved on to something lighter, to anything but what you just said. A true friend doesn't need to fix everything you feel. They don't need to have the perfect words, but they need to stay. They need to look at you and say, with their words or just their presence, "I hear you. What you feel matters." When someone repeatedly brushes past your feelings, they are telling you, whether they mean to or not, that your inner world is not worth their time. And over the years, that message lands quietly but deeply. It teaches you to go quiet, to stop sharing, to carry things alone that you should never have to carry alone. You deserve someone who makes you feel heard, someone who slows down when you slow down, someone who, even on their busiest day, makes room for what's happening in your heart. That is what a friend is. That is the standard. And if someone in your life has never met it, not once, not with any consistency, it's worth asking whether they've truly been a friend at all. The third sign: they celebrate your struggles more than your successes. This is the one that stings the most, and perhaps the hardest one to admit. A friend who is not truly your friend will be right there when things go wrong. They'll show up when you're in the hospital. They'll call when there's a crisis, not always out of care, but sometimes because struggle is where they feel most comfortable with you. It levels the playing field. It keeps you humble, quiet, small. But watch what happens when something goes right for you. When you share a small victory, a health improvement, a reconnection with someone you love, something you finally accomplished. Watch what they do with that. Does their face genuinely light up? Do they celebrate you? Do they ask questions and lean in? Or does something in them shift, a flatness in the eyes, a quick comment to bring you back down, a sudden memory of their own achievement that somehow becomes the new topic? At 91, this woman shook her head gently when she told me about this sign. She said, "I once had a friend who would hold my hand through every hard thing, but whenever something good happened to me, she always found a way to rain on it. I thought for years that was just her personality. Then I realized she didn't want me to be too happy. Happy meant I didn't need her." A real friend's flame doesn't dim when yours burns brighter. A real friend lights up when you light up. They root for you. They celebrate you. They hold your hand through the hard times and they cheer at the top of their lungs through the good ones. That is the friendship you deserve. That is the only kind worth keeping. So there they are. 3 things, just 3, that tell you, with gentle but unmistakable clarity, that someone may not truly be your friend. They only show up when they need something. They brush past your feelings without really listening, and they are more comfortable with your struggles than your joy. Now, hearing this, your first instinct might be to feel sad, or perhaps to feel guilty because you're already thinking of someone specific and part of you still loves them, still hopes. That's okay. That's what decent, loving people do. They hope. But here is what I want to leave you with. Recognizing that someone is not truly your friend is not an act of coldness. It is an act of self-respect. It is you finally honoring everything you've been through, everything you've learned, and everything you still have left to give by being careful about where you give it. You have made it this far. You have outlasted things that would have broken others, and you carry within you a depth of love, wisdom, and warmth that the world genuinely needs. Don't spend it carelessly. Don't spend it on people who take without giving back, who hear without listening, who stay for your hard times but disappear when your life gets bright. Surround yourself with the people who show up for you, who say your name with tenderness, who light up when you walk into the room, who make you feel, after all these years, after all this living, that you are seen and loved and irreplaceable. Because you are. If something in this video resonated with you, if one of those 3 signs made you pause and think of someone, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Share your story, or just let me know which sign felt the most familiar. You might be surprised how many people are nodding along right there with you. And if you found something here worth keeping, please consider sharing this video with someone you care about. Sometimes the people we love most are the ones who need to hear this the most. A kind nudge from a friend can make all the difference. If you're new here, welcome. We talk about things that matter on this channel, real things, life wisdom, the kind of conversations that happen over a long cup of tea with someone who genuinely cares. I'd be honored to have you stay. Take good care of yourself, and take good care of the people who deserve you. I'll see you in the next one.